Now let's turn to Benjamin Baker for a look at Adventist history. This week, learn about the ministry of missionary C.A. Hall on the island of Jamaica.
We welcome you again to This Week in Adventist History. It was this week, 150 years ago, in 1900, that C.A. Hall reported his progress spreading the gospel in Jamaica to the readers of the missionary magazine. In 1896, the General Conference Mission Board had sent Hall and his wife Emma to Jamaica. Unfortunately, though, Emma died after only 6 months on the Caribbean island. A couple of years later, C.A. Hall married Anna Agee, and the two labored among the Maroons, the descendants of escaped African slaves who hid from their pursuers in the mountains, from which was derived their moniker, the Spanish Cimarrone, meaning mountaineer. After emancipation, the Maroons, greatly respected and feared, were allowed by the British to govern themselves. To reach the remote networks of towns and settlements, C.A. and Emma rode a horse through the rugged mountainous terrain, and, where there was interest, taught Bible truth under canvas tents or in the open air. The going was tough, but C.A. reported that some Maroons accepted the faith. On April 7th of this week, but 3 years earlier in 1897, Denton Edward Rebok was born. Like many great Adventists of his generation, Rebok lived a life of service to those both in the church and outside the church. His career lasted 44 years, with the first 23 as a missionary to China and the last 21 as a professor at today's Washington Adventist University and La Sierra University, president of Southern Adventist University, and secretary of the General Conference. And that was this week in Adventist history.